It happens every morning. Your alarm goes off and you make a firm decision. Today is the day you finally get to work. But 2 hours later, you're staring at a screen, endlessly scrolling, repeating the exact same distractions you swore you'd avoid. Why does your behavior remain so resistant to change, even when your goals are perfectly clear? This recurring cycle creates a deep sense of regret. It highlights a total disconnect between the person you intend to be and the actions you actually take. We operate under the assumption that the mind is a single, unified entity, a lone driver with total control over the vehicle. This assumption makes every distraction feel like a personal character flaw. When plans fall apart, we interpret it as a specific lack of discipline. In reality, behavioral inconsistency is a built-in feature of your psychological architecture. You are a collection of multiple distinct systems, and they are constantly competing to decide what you do next. Your brain runs on two separate operating systems that function at vastly different speeds. The slow system handles logical planning, goal setting, and the long-term vision of who you become. The fast system governs immediate physical reactions and your most deeply ingrained habits. The mechanical failure happens here. Your slow system designs the schedule, but your fast system physically controls your hands. Procrastination occurs when your automatic reflexes simply outpace your conscious intentions, reacting before your logic can even engage. Beyond the biological speed gap, your mind also struggles with a chronological one. During early childhood, your brain formed rigid beliefs about safety and danger to help you survive your environment. These rules are stored permanently in the subconscious. Today, your mature adult version wants to pursue growth and take calculated risks, but that inner childhood version remains driven by a primal instinct to avoid failure and stay comfortable. When you face a stressful project, the adult self sees progress, while the childhood version senses a threat. This triggers an immediate panic response that shuts down your productivity. That sudden, inexplicable urge to completely avoid a task is your past conditioning actively hijacking your present goals. These internal systems don't exist in a vacuum. They are shaped by the social landscape they grew up in. For those in the Indian and South Asian context, the internal conflict reaches its highest level of complexity. Growing up in a high expectation environment means internalizing a massive list of external voices, the pressure of family duties, the heavy burden of responsibility, and the ever-present weight of guilt. Over time, these voices become a permanent part of your identity. You find yourself prioritizing collective social harmony, even when it contradicts your personal logic. This creates a unique operational block. You cannot make a decision based on facts alone. You require emotional permission from these internalized social figures before you can act. Personal paralysis in this context is the natural result of a single mind attempting to balance the conflicting demands of an entire social structure. This is the reality of your internal world. You have a slow planner, a fast reactor, a frightened child, and a burdened citizen all arguing for control at once. Severe internal friction indicates a high level of psychological complexity rather than a broken mind. Attempting to use sheer willpower to force change is a strategy destined for failure. You cannot command a complex system through force. Lasting change begins when you step back and observe these distinct parts without judgment. You move from being the person fighting the system to the one understanding it. True productivity emerges from treating your mind as a diverse psychological ecosystem that must be balanced, rather than an entity that must be conquered. To stop fighting your mind and start understanding the systems that drive you, like and subscribe.